Good afternoon, guys. Hello. I think you're all doing great. It's amazing to meet you after nearly 2 months because there was no much of updates when things are getting developed. So I don't wish to make when things are getting developed and when I have to repeat the same thing. But once something is taking shape, then there is a lot of things to update. So that's why we made this session possible today so that I can give you more details about the things that we have built so far, where we are going towards, what comes next, and stuff like that. There will be many more topics to discuss. So I have made a list of topics that I will be speaking to you. As always, like let's start with some market updates. So let me pull up the markets for right now. Okay, nothing much is happening in the market. As I updated you in the morning, we are trading just about 21,500. Right now it's 21,740 as I speak. Nothing much is happening. It's just remaining flat. And today and tomorrow, we might expect some kind of weekend manipulation, like how it happens every time with low volumes. So nothing can be really expected in this weekend. So whatever happens in the weekend, never take it seriously, no matter when, because it's all very low volume trades. Anybody can pull or push. Things can always happen. But going forward, we have to see how the market pans out during Monday to Friday sessions in the next week. We have been stuck near the 24,200, 24,400 mark. We are not able to push towards 25,000. That didn't happen. And it should have happened by now, to be honest, but it has not happened. That's why, like, from 3 days, I turned a little bit bearish and I started to say it openly, like, no, I think markets are not pushing up so much. Everybody is expecting 27, 20, 30K now. So when everybody starts to expect something, then it will not happen. When everybody starts to be bullish, then I think there is every reason for you to be bearish or every reason for you to be scared of markets. But when everybody, when they start to say that, like, okay, now we are going to 10,000, 9,000, 5,000, 1,000, $1 to Bitcoin, there is a lot of panic, and that's when you will turn bullish yourself if you're smart and you start to buy there. Because what happened during 15,500 on Bitcoin a few months ago, when it was going there, everybody was speaking about like going to 9,000, 5,000, and that didn't happen. So always try to trade against your own intuition and against your own belief systems to make profits out of market. So now everybody is saying, market will bounce to 25, 27, 30K. Maybe it will happen, maybe not. But my sense is that markets can pull up a little bit, but I don't think it will go to 27, 30K now because the situation has a little bit changed. There is a lot of FUD in the market, one after the other. It's coming. First thing is, regulators going after some of the exchanges like Kraken settled with SEC by paying $30 million of money. And now, sooner or later, even Binance will have to settle something with United States government, because imagine Coinbase, which was having KYC and everything from the beginning, even if you had to buy $5, $10 worth of Bitcoin, just $5, $10 worth of Bitcoin. They used to do your KYC before. They were so straight, very compliant exchange in the whole world. But still, they had to settle with SEC for a couple of millions of dollars. And imagine Binance, they had like one of the worst KYCs, to be honest, in the past. They were never asking for any kind of KYC if you're trading below 5 BTC. But and now I understand the regulations myself very well, like because I have gone through AMF, AML training, anti-money laundering, and counter-terrorism funding. So I know how this field works because I'm a certified professional in this one. And b-cube itself is going through regulation, so I exactly know how it works. It doesn't matter actually whether you are just trading for $1,000 or $500. You have to go through KYC. That's what the law says. There are some exceptions, but that's not so broad for a crypto exchange as such. So sooner or later, they will go after Binance and make them pay, a couple of millions of dollars. then again we will see some kind of dip in the market, because something is happening, but always markets tries to, like create more FUD out of something or out of everything. That's how market works. So there is Kraken. Now they're saying probably you should not, allow people to stake on your platform to earn APR returns or whatever it is for Coinbase. It seems that the CEO of Coinbase has heard these rumors somewhere. I don't know why he heard this now. And if he has heard this, then why he should have made it public? Doesn't make sense. Maybe he just wanted to give this FUD so that market comes down, and maybe someone else wanted to buy it cheap. Maybe that's one part of the story, or maybe like he just wants everybody to be cautious about what's coming next. So there is a lot of regulatory concerns that's going on in the market currently, and there are many more things that's happening in a very hidden way, because according to my sources, there are like more than 30 to 40 very big companies in cryptos which are already insolvent, which is completely bankrupt already, thanks to FTX, because they have already gone bankrupt, but they're just pretending to be like in the business, and nothing is wrong, everything is normal, business as usual, but it's not so. So this is my very like from very top level executive from one of the top 10 projects on coin market cap. So the one of the very high level executive has given me this news that more than 30 to 40 companies, very large ones, some of those names it also, that they have gone bankrupt already. So this news will come sooner or later, some point of time it will hit the markets, and we will see some kind of impact. And this is the reason why I'm always still believing, and even now I am saying that we will, cut this previous loss that we made of 15,500 some point of the time during this year. It might not be tomorrow, next month, or a few months later. Some point of the time in this year, definitely that's going to happen, because we have already seen such things happening in 2019, 2018, when the bubble bursted. Until 2019, we rallied again, almost 3.5x from where the lows that we went. From that point of time, everybody were saying like, okay, it's back to 12,000, 13,000. Now it will break even 20,000, which was then all-time high. And we are going to move towards, 25,000, 30,000, 40,000, whatever it is. It didn't happen. When it went to 13,000, 14,000, we again came back to 3,300, right? So these things have always happened in the market. So I won't be surprised at all. So I'm very optimistic that markets will come back. There are lots of news that will drag down the market. Maybe in the short term, there is a different kind of sentiments that can keep the market a little bit floating. But the range between, like something like 13 to 15,000 to on the top, something like 27,000, this will be the range for next 1.5 years. And then we will see the slow growth taking place. So when I speak about growth, there should be a reason for the growth to happen, because there has always been some kind of technology that has transformed this industry. For example, it was in 2019-20 we had DeFi, and 2021 we had NFTs, and then came metaverse and several other things. So play to earn and all these utilities came, which was built on blockchain. So you really had a reason for like to buy something on the market and to take the markets up. But now in 2023 and 24, what is the big thing that's going to come in the market? Is it AI? AI is good. It's great. It's amazing technology. That's true. But AI has something to do with the blockchain? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. In terms of blockchain, I don't think so. It has so much of application, because they have quite different type of technologies. Like they're not complementary, or they're not something that can work together or something like that. No, maybe blockchain and zero knowledge solution. Yes, that makes sense, because it's like saying like some person A send the money to person B, and how much we don't know, but like who is that person A and person B, we don't know, but a transaction happened. Yes, that's true. And this is what we call a zero knowledge solution, like where what happened, but you don't know who actually made this possible. So this is something very good, and it gives a lot of privacy to you and a lot of security around your own transactions, which is great. So this can be something revolutionary for the blockchain space. But for AI itself to be playing big role in blockchain, I don't think so, because these are very different technologies. So then where AI can really help to, like crypto field? A lot of ways. For example, we are using AI for so many things. For example, for pattern recognition, we are using AI. For optimization of the quant models, we are using AI. For sentiment analysis, we are using, RL, which is reinforcement learning. So, which is part of AI. AI is like one big branch, and you have machine learning, reinforcement learning. You have like so many other branches, like which comes out of AI itself. AI itself is a very broad term, and there is a lot of things that comes under AI. So when someone is writing, like we are getting into AI, I don't know what they are doing with AI, first of all. So there is a lot of things that you can do with AI for sure, in CFI and DeFi. For example, like I can just tell you like what we are doing in DeFi. We got the grants from Matic. So what we are trying to build on Matic is to build an n-angular arbitrage strategies. So what does that mean? That means like you have to find the path. If let me say you start with one USDT, and one USDT you are swapping to, let me say WBNB, like which is wrapped BNB on Uniswap, and wrapped BNB you are swapping with, let me say, with one RLC token, and RLC to LRC token, LRC to maybe Cardano, and that Cardano back to USDT. So now you made a big journey here in a very circular way. And how much was that initial one USDT you started with has gained after making all these trades? So is it like $1.2? Then you made 20% profit. So this is how you make it. Now AI will come to picture by making the simulations in real time. So if you are thinking this yourself, or if you're writing an algorithm to make it yourself, then like algorithm has to get the live feed values, and it cannot really simulate. But if you are having an AI technology which can simulate these things in the real time, because it will have the real data, and it can also have a look at the liquidity on Uniswap pool, because if someone is having $10 million of liquidity in a particular pool, it's enough liquid. So you can trade for even 10,000 or even $100,000. But if the liquidity of some coin is just $200,000, $300,000, then you can't trade for $100,000, because you will be literally moving the price of the coin. Even if you buy for $10,000, it will fly 10%. So you can't just do anything with these kind of tokens. So this is where like AI will help in finding the path in real time simulating. And it will also try to see the liquidity on every AMM, which is artificial market maker, which is nothing but DEXs, and to see like how you can bridge this gap. And also, if you're going from Uniswap to Polygon, and Polygon to, let me say, Optimism, from Optimism to, like any other chains like Solana or something, which is like a cross-chain link. And in the cross-chain link, you need to know like what is the fees that you are paying. So you need to simulate your profits by taking fees into consideration. So if you're doing all these things manually, it's impossible. If you're doing it with algorithm, algorithms can change, because you always have to feed algorithms, the normal ones, the normal software engineering. But if you have an AI, which will also look at the fees, like on Etherscan or several other things, it can be done, and it can be automated much more efficiently. And AI is always about speed. It's always about having high computational power. So this is how we are using it in DeFi, and it can be used in several other ways in DeFi. So this is just one of the application. You can use in CFI also, like how we are doing about pattern recognition, optimizing models, and using, reinforcement learning or something else for sentiment analysis to get smart indicators out of them. And once you have smart indicators, you can do a lot of things using those smart indicators by coming out with own layer of strategies. So you can use a lot of things in AI. AI is definitely a very revolutionary technology, but it's not directly linked to blockchain. That one, I want to make it very clear. It's more linked towards like trading and crypto. That's true, but not towards the blockchain itself. But when it comes to DeFi revolution or NFT revolution or metaverse revolution or Plato one, they had direct connection to blockchain. So this is where we are very different now. AI has no direct application to blockchain, but all the previous technologies had direct application to blockchain. This is one major difference. And why zero knowledge solution is picking up so much, because Matic is a very big leader in zero knowledge solution. So they were the first people who came into it. Now I have some insider news that even Celo, one of the blockchain projects, even they are coming into zero knowledge solution. The token is already pumping. So there are several other players like who will come to zero knowledge solution, because it's a very great technology. I mean, like, it's not a simple thing, or it's not something like buzzword or something like that. So there's a lot of things that can happen. So maybe a zero knowledge solution roll-ups can be something that can bring the blockchain like once again, like how NFTs did or metaverse did. But again, like, one more question comes. NFTs can be used by everybody, right? Because you can have your concert ticket on NFT. Some online conference is happening on 1st of March, and I have 10 tickets I will be giving away to the community. So there will be a kind of competition, and then I will be giving away the NFTs to everybody. So when you have these NFTs, you can like go to this online conference by using your NFT. So it's possible. So you can do a lot of things with NFT if you have it in your wallet. So it's somewhat like you can use it, you can know it. And metaverse also, you can have your purchase your online land, or whether it makes sense or not, that's a different story. But you can use it on blockchain, right? And you can also use this play to earn. You can play games, you can earn money, you can do something with that one, the real application. But a zero knowledge solution, I don't know how many people will be really excited about it, because it's very technical subject and it's very niche. It's not for everybody. Do I need a zero knowledge solution? I don't think so. Do I need NFTs and play to earn games? Maybe yes. So there is again some difference here, because technology is one thing, and who is actually using the technology, whether he really needs it and how much he will really appreciate this technology, is totally another thing. So that's why we don't know the latest trend that will drive the markets in 2024 to another all-time high, or maybe some other narrative might come at that point of time, like which brings this blockchain world to another level. So this is my perspective about like what's going on in the market currently. I'm actually neutral at this point of time, neither bullish nor bearish. But over a period of time, I mean, like for rest of the year, I think we can expect some kind of bearishness to come back. Next year, I think like it will be the beginning of something new for the markets, and eventually, like we will be going back to the bull markets. So this is what I want to say as far as market update is concerned. Concerning now b-cube updates, we have two very good products which has been performing very well, which is Swing Trader Spotbot and Swing Trader Future Spot. They're doing great job. They've been there since like September, and they have gone through all the bull markets, bear markets, and every kind of markets, but still they are doing it good. I was watching, like, even in the last couple of days, they have done well. Like, even despite all the volatility that we are seeing in the market, they're just doing good, because they're just scalping here and there, making some money. That's totally fine. So like, yeah, I mean, like, the technology really works, what we are building, and like what we want to build, that can only work more and more, because we have a kind of like proof, like a validation that this technology really works. Because any kind of technology you can build, but you need to have a proof to prove that like what you're building really works. And we have shown it through our Swing Trader series, that we took a new approach, like how we can use this technology and how we can implement this technology. So this is the way we have done it. And this is a kind of first validation for our technology that this really works, and we are now on the right track. We have been in this AI industry for almost 5 years now, and we have used so many things. Many things worked, most of the things didn't work. We all know that. And whenever we were doing something wrong, we were realizing it later on, like, okay, maybe this was the problem, maybe this was the problem. But we came across this kind of conclusion so many times, but finally we came to a conclusion like, no, everything was wrong. And then what happened was, every time when we were making some kind of reports, anytime we were like running the models on certain data, synthetic data, out of the sample data, we were getting different kind of results. So we didn't lose the hope, like, because we know it's possible. We know this technology can be used. We have all the technologies, we have everything, but we don't know how exactly to implement it. That was the biggest question in the last years. But this question actually got sorted out by bringing up the strategy factory, and we were having a very naive models of strategy factory like last year itself, but we were not really trying to publicize it because we didn't know exactly like to what extent it has to be optimized and how much it has to be built. So it was a test of both the technology, it was a test of both the models we were taking at the same time. So that's why we remained very quiet on that. We took our time and we came out with a very good solution. So now it's working fine. And the validation is that it worked both during the bear market, and it works during the bull market, it works during the volatile market, it works during the sideways market. So our strategy, especially the swing trader, spot bot, and a swing trader long only spot bot, and swing trader future spot, which is both long and short, has been working consistently ever since September last year. So even though markets went down drastically, or even when markets pumped, it just performed very well. So whether there is a bull market, bear market, monkey market, or donkey market, or like whatever market comes, it keeps working well. And we are very confident that this trend is going to continue, and it's only going to get more and more stronger. So that's how like we have made our technology, and we made it sure that it works. Coming to the new website, like it's almost come to an end. We had a product demo on Friday with our team. So they gave us the demo. So almost everything is ready. We just have to push them on AWS. So our DevOps is joining the work on first week of March. So, but we didn't want to wait for him until the March because it will take more time. So our tech guys itself are pushing that to AWS. So it's quite a big work, like pushing them, but they're working on it already, and it's almost come to an end now. There's some small things here and there to make it, but they're doing great job. When it comes to landing page, I think in another 2 weeks the landing page will be completely ready. I mean, I can already see the progress. It's almost ready, but I think like even some kind of cosmetic changes or something will be there. So that's it. Like otherwise, it's very good. We even hired one of the very good experts who helps in conversions when people join on the landing page, because that's very important. When someone goes on your landing page, like they should feel like, yeah, I need to sign up, I need to do something here. So they need to get that confidence, they need to get that somewhat that feeling that emotions should change once they see that. So that's what we call as like conversion experts. Like they know exactly like how to speak to customer in a very psychological way. So we hired even them. We hired like some other kind of experts like into SEOs and other kind of stuff. So all these are like work in progress. Once we have the landing page, then we start to work on all these things. So strategy factory and strategy selector are completely finished now. By weekend, like we completely finished this project, so it's completely ready. So we have our own backtesting engine, which is blazing fast, super fast. We have our own strategy factory, and we have our own strategy selector also. We are taking 2 weeks of time or 3 weeks of time maximum to make it as a documentation and to know it. And in the March, like once we launch our website, then we will be more free. Then we will look at patenting this technology. So once we patent this one, then it will be for 5 to 10 years. Nobody can do that. And I don't think so, like even without patenting, anybody can do this one, because nobody has been in this space for 5 years in AI, in crypto trading. It's very rare, like someone makes the research in the AI field for cryptocurrencies. So we were very early for this one. Not just being early, but like we did many things, and we went through a lot of failures, we went through a lot of success, we went through both of the things together, and we came out with something great, something amazing now. So we are also keeping our mind towards patenting the technology, which is also good for us and good for image of the company also. First thing is to launch our website next month in March with all these new things. It would be amazing, and I'm sure like everybody will fall in love with this website. The landing page, or when you go inside, everything is so smooth. And we are also launching many more new exchange integration. Bybit is going to come, Huobi is going to come. We are also speaking with a couple of other big exchanges, so they are also going to come on our website. So we will be integrating lots and lots of new exchanges, giving different varieties for people. And there is also Binance US, which is there in our mind, because we have thousands of people from United States who have signed up on our platform, but we cannot give them any service because we don't support any US based exchanges. So that's why we are also thinking of Binance US to bring the US clients on board. We are having like a lot of business inquiries for our B2B business, but we still don't have our DASP registration, so we cannot make anything with them. I was in Paris 2 weeks ago, as you know. We were in a party invited by our lawyer. So there we met a lot of B2B customers. One of them is a bank. It's a small bank from Paris. And there were like other clients like who are interested in custodian services, market making services, brokerage services. So there is a lots and lots of demand going on for this one. So we will be, keeping a close eye on DASP registration. We got back to the regulator to ask for an update, and they haven't updated anything from us. So far everything is going well, and they haven't asked any more questions or any more documents because we have supplied everything what they asked, and even a little bit extra documents also. So I think everything is in place and it's going as it should go. And if they have any more details, they will be contacting us for sure. Next one would be about fundraising. So yeah, I mean, like our pitch deck is it's currently going through all the design process, so we had to make this possible. I think design will take like probably another 3 weeks or something like that, and then we will have the new pitch deck. Like, it's been made by one of very professional companies, and they're also very successful in raising their own funds actually. So they know how it has to be spoken to an investor. So they're making a very good pitch deck with a very different mindset, like, because they're more investor focused and they're not tech focused. Because the pitch deck that we made was more tech focused. We were showing like how technology works, the schema, the architecture, and so many other things. But investors don't invest in a product; they invest in your company. So they want to see different things, but we didn't know how we have to show it to them. So that's why we are making a different pitch deck. We have like several VCs interested in this space, but we are waiting for this pitch deck to get finished. And our community also showed great interest in participating in the angel round, so that was very great. And shout out to Henrik, who reached out to me saying that he has some connections with VCs, and I can ask him like send a pitch deck, and he will be also sending it out to his contacts. That was very great of him. Thank you. Yeah, like, I mean, like, I have my own set of contacts as well. Like, once pitch deck is finished, like, we will be sending it, but we will wait until then. So this is something like which is an ongoing process. Marketing is in, like, already we have made several partnerships with influencers. They're slowly, like, building the base. They're making nice content. They're writing right things at the right time. Simply shilling will not help. Okay, like, and I don't like that type of shilling also, because we are not a Shiba Inu, or we're not like an Elon Cum Inu or something like that one. So we don't need that kind of shilling. And that's why I'm very selective about taking people, especially those who call themselves as influencers. We are concentrating on those people who have some real industry experience. I mean, like in trading, in being on crypto, like particularly crypto, like not being on, like NFT space or something. Like, no, absolutely crypto, like buy and hold, or you do whatever you want, but like you do it for like trading purpose. So that's where our focus is on. And then we are asking them to release more about the facts that we have. Because if you have a product, then token will find its value sooner or later. Don't showcase the token itself all the time, because that's a very bad practice. That's a very nonsense practice. Because why you sound very insecure if you try to do those kind of things. Push the product, push the token. That's the way it should be. Because they should get a sense of like, there is something behind this token, right? And that should be the product. That should be the roadmap. There should be something for people to get interested genuinely about your token. So there are some influencers who just say that, like, like a hashtag or like dollar symbol XYZ coin to, like moon space and whatever it is, buy before it explodes. Like, no, this is not going to really work. It's not going to really work. So what? Like, if so many people are saying. So you have to show that extraordinary thing that we have and then chill about that. And that's how it's going to work. So we are looking for only those kind of influencers who are doing this type of strategy, which fits well into our philosophy and our values. And only then, like, we can, push the price of the token or like sell more of the products that we have. And since we have the products, we should start shilling about the product itself. So we have outlined like several marketing channels, distribution channels, and how we will be able to push our products and our brand image going forward. The first thing is, like, we have identified some of the podcast that we would be doing. And there are some AMA sessions, but I am not a big fan of AMA sessions because mostly these AMA chats are full of bots, 90% full of bots. And those 10% who are joining you, they are just there in this chat room only because they will get some giveaways like $10 or $5. So they're just dollar hunters. So we don't want dollar hunters here. We want real people. I mean, like, real people who is interested to try and test your product, or those people like who believe in the story of the project, and they buy the tokens for long term, like an investment. So we are looking at these two customer segments. We are not looking at these people who will just join the community and leave later on, or like probably they will still be there doing nothing. So we don't want this kind of fake followers to be there on our community. So we are not focusing on them. So that's why podcast sounds better to me than AMA sessions. And then conferences, we will be attending a lot of conferences this year, because maybe I might be even going to United States to attend the permissionless 2023 conference. So this is also there in my mind. Permissionless is one of the biggest one in United States. It happens in Austin, Texas. So soon I will be getting ready with my visa to travel to United States. So then sponsoring some of the events. We don't have to necessarily pay the money to sponsor, but if we know someone in this kind of things, it's always a win-win situation. Like, we can just help them with something and they can help us with something. So I'm looking at more organic way of doing the sponsorship. But if it really if it's really important that we have to pay, then we can think about that also by saying what is the ROI on the investment and stuff like that. And second, online marketing, like, we are already working on SEOs on the website. We are already working on the blogs, which will be coming on the website. There is Google ads, of course, the standard ones, Facebook ads, Twitters, TikTok, and Chan. And we are looking at several other kind of platforms as well. Influencer marketing, what we have already started. And then with community members, I would like to do some raids going forward, like raids on different channels, different communities, because this is something like that will bring a lot of attention also, especially in the bear market, when everyone is looking for some kind of passive income and some opportunities, like where they can earn money by just trading. I mean, like with like stress-free trading, and that's all everybody is looking for. And then a couple of facts from our own side. So going forward, like, the first big start product would be build your own AI bot. And by end of the year, we will also be integrating sentiment analysis to it. So sentiment analysis will also be an additional layer on top of the quant strategies that people will be building. And then it's going to have like very different effect. But there is no such product as build your own AI bot in the market at all, because before we were thinking of two things, like, let's keep something like a build your own bot, and let's give them an option, like if they would like to buy build your own AI bot instead of building just a normal bot. But now we have made the decision, like, no, if you're building on our platform, it will be by default build your own AI bot. You will be coming out with a set of strategies, you will be feeding it on our system, and then the system will be taking care of it afterwards. So this is how it's going to go ahead. So by default, it's build your own AI bot. And this is how we differentiate completely, totally with anybody else in the market. So there is no second option here. First option is like you have zero market, I mean, like zero coding solution, zero coding knowledge, sorry. It's okay. It's not a problem. You can just use a rule builder to make it. It's possible. If you can code, using Python, we will give you a Python coding opportunity also to code it. But in the first version, we will just have a zero coding solution. This will be launched first, and Python coding will come a little bit later. So in any case, the AI system will be the same. I mean, strategy selector and strategy factory will be working in the same way. Backtesting engine also will be working in the same way, whether you are building it using rules or using it, or whether you are using Python. So it will be the same. It will not be different. So these are the kind of start products that's going to come, and then we will be going more to the DeFi space to find this and angular arbitrage, and then there are so many other things that we can do on like DeFi, stake and trade. There are many products that we have in mind for going forward. So yeah, I mean, like these are the updates that I wanted to give. So go ahead, and if you have any questions, then ask, and please go ahead and type your questions, and I will be addressing your questions. Let me see the chat. Not to forget Altbot, which has been on fire too. Yeah, we made a very major technical upgrade during January times, and first 3 days, like it had to learn to trade in a different way than what it was doing it before. So it was slowly picking up, and then we had some issues, but then we fixed it, and it's doing really good now. So I think going forward, it will do much more great things. What's the difference between the swing trading series of bots and the rest of the b-cube bots? Will this new tech be applied to rest of the bots when the website is released? Yes, of course. This is what we were speaking about earlier, that right now, this was a very new technology that was researched for several years, but we wanted to see it first, like how it works. That's why we made the swing trader series, just to see how it performs in the different market conditions. Because our ambition and our vision was to make those type of dynamic algorithms that works in all types of markets, because in the market, there's a very common problem that when everything is a bull market, yes, it works. Or when everything is bear market, it works also. But in the volatile market or in the sideways market, it doesn't. But there shouldn't be a situation like where we say that it will not work. So there should be only one thing, like, no, it works. Maybe it will not work that good when market turns very volatile, but it works somehow. It just manages to make something. So that was our vision. And when we had this set of algorithms, we tried first with the swing bot series. And now what happens is going into April, we'll be making all the bots to go on this particular technology itself. And all the TSL bots will be removed, and many other bots will be removed, because that was a kind of very ridiculous idea. Because TSL bots, we ourselves didn't want to make it, but there are some very super smart people who are not here during the calls, but because they never come to calls, they never question me, or they never ask me anything when it's an opportunity. And even when I am available, even other times also, they never come and they never ask, but they just speak with some innocent people who know as much as they know, or like much less than them. And they try to create these kind of stories and FUDs that, like, no, we are not doing this, we are not doing that. The TSL is one of the most pathetic ways of losing money. It's not ways of making money. And being a institutional hedge fund trader myself, I've never ever seen anybody using a TSL kind of strategy in a hedge fund. Nobody uses that one. So it's a very nice way to lose your money. So they said, like, we just felt like, okay, let's listen to them, because they were also having these issues, like, we don't listen to them, we don't, like, we don't listen because we know that doesn't work. Otherwise we will listen for sure. But anyway, this has been vindicated, and it's been clear that it doesn't work. So that's why we don't want to offer something more which doesn't work anymore. So we'll be removing all the TSL bots, and we are removing some more bots also, which we feel that, like, it's not in the right direction. Of course, those bots, like, we made it thinking like it's going to work, but it didn't. So we will be removing a lot of bots, and in the long term, we will have less than 10 and all the 10 will be performing. So we want to bring it down now. And then we have like a lot of other concepts of making bots also. Like we want to make a kind of like a relative value trading bundled bot, like where the portfolio optimization will happen on its own. We'll use AI there for bet sizing, for seeing the weight of the index, all of these kind of things. So we will have a different type of products going forward, not just this kind of long and short bots or like buying and selling, different type of bots. Can you briefly explain how build your own bots without programming knowledge will work, how these rules will work, and what exactly it means that build your own bots will be built that way AI? I don't really get the question, but okay. As far as I understand, the question is how exactly we will be building bot using zero coding solution. So you will have like several codes. Like for example, go RSI goes about 30, you trigger a buy. MACD goes down below 20, you trigger a sell. So it's about buying and selling conditions. You will be defining it. So this will be the only thing that you will define, and you will have like many indicators, like the 40, 50 indicators will be there. So you will be selecting some of the indicators and you will be making a strategy. So once you make the strategy, you will be backtesting it. So once you backtest the strategy and you feel like it's going to be good one, and then you can use it for yourself. And later on, after some time, we will make a due diligence, and then you will be able to launch your strategy on the marketplace to monetize. So this is how it works. And you're asking what is your build your own AI bot. So build your own AI bot is drastically different, because you're not just building the bot by giving exactly the same kind of values that you give on build your own bots. Like in build your own bots, normal marketplaces where you have gone, if you just go to any other place who are offering build your own bot, you have to give everything exactly the same numbers. But here you will have a kind of like range to give, between this range to this range. And you can also give like the look back period, like what will be your look back period, like 10 days, 15 days, or 1 month or something. So if you know like the market trend has changed, for example, and if you set these parameters, like, okay, like I would like to take this kind of market now, because once you know like overall market is bearish, then take those bearish symbol. So then you'll be setting the values, and the algorithms what you have defined before will be adjusting it to the bearish market conditions. If it turns bullish, then it will turn bullish also by taking different type of algorithmic approach. I mean, how the AI system will optimize the bots that users build. Users will, as I explained to you, like they will give a set of values, like they're not giving the exact values. So using this set of values, like it will try to, like simulate and create different variations within this particular values. So if you have given like 0 to 30 or 0 to 50, so then within those values, like it's going to create different variations. So out of those variations, it will try to fit those models into the most recent trend, like the market is saying. So this is where the pattern recognition will come into picture. So if the pattern has changed quite recently, then it tries to fit this algorithm that you have defined to the recent market conditions. So that's how it's going to work. You're welcome. So will your strategy selector work with build your own bot? It's like by default, the strategy factory and strategy selector and backtesting engine is equal to build your own AI bot. It's by default. It's like you cannot escape this one. Before we were having an idea like where you will have a slide and you can slide over like whether you would like to use it or not use it. Now we came to the conclusion like, no, we will not give this option. It's by default, it is there already. So you just have to like give a kind of like set of data. That's it. It's like the idea is very simple. And the backtesting results also, what you are seeing, the backtesting results are based on strategy factories variations and strategy selectors picking one of the strategies. So it's by default. Any more questions, guys? The slide you posted into Telegram group showed great results. Sure, like there are many more research that we have conducted. Actually, these are screenshots of our own research, and we built our own graphic representation tool on AWS, which is called as Grafana. And using this tool, like we are trying to simulate different things. So we will clearly come to know in the graphical representation, like how exactly it's doing. Because if you simply get it in numbers, you will have to check a lot. And it's not so much like user friendly for us. Like, I mean, like when we are trying to compare the things. So there is like several pictures that we have of strategy factory itself, how many variations it picked. And among those variations, not everything was successful also. Not everything was good, not everything was bad. Some things were very great, some things was not so good. But the strategy selector was making the trick of picking up the right thing. That's why I didn't post about strategy factory, because it's so much about variations and everything. And also, like if I post this one just like that, without any explanation of what is there in the x-axis and y-axis, it will confuse a lot. So strategy selector was much more easier to understand, to see that like what it picked and where it picked and what happened at the end. So it's doing very great, and it has even surpassed our own expectation on what it was doing. Or like when we started to make it, we had confidence like we will be able to do something great. But like now we are really seeing this results. It's something very different. So it's really amazing. It really works like very good. Cool. I think no one is asking any questions. So thanks for those who really asked good questions today. Some of them will be more clear when you are actually seeing the platform, and you will be able to understand everything, and we will be able to explain it more, because this will be in the public domain. So I don't want to speak more about these things before the launch. So once we have the product, then I will make the product demo for everybody, like how to use it and what you have to do there. Everything I will do it, product demo, and I will take one separate day for that one to make you understand, and everything will be, very clear, like how you can build your bot successfully on that platform. So I will make it at the right time when it comes. What I can say in public domain is only this much, because saying anything more will be detrimental for our own interest. So that's all I can say for now. Yeah. So thank you so much for all those who were asking questions. It was great meeting you. And we were also thinking of making another b-cube meetup, probably this time in Poland. There is Focus who made a song on b-cube. And there is one, like one of our teammate who lives in Warsaw. And I also spoke with Kinga about this one. And she also said that she knows many people there, like who are in the business, like we can give a presentation to them. So there should be a kind of like meetup, which is having a 360-degree perspective, not just about meeting the people whom we know, but we should also welcome more new people to our family. So I think we will be making it by end of spring or something like that. Anyway, I will let everybody know, and I will keep you informed about it. So guys, that's it from my side. And I hope you are all having amazing weekend. So have a great weekend and have a great day. I will be updating you everything what we are doing. Today, we have a lot of work because we have to discuss the whole marketing strategy, like going for next week. So I have like a couple of other meetings also today. I have one meeting for this pitch deck for storytelling and a couple of other things. So I'll be continuing my work today and tomorrow also. And I will be, updating you anything which is significant for sure, like always. Uh, okay, Zero, it will be you who will be driving this time too. I will not drive. Sorry, I'm lazy. Um, Great guys, amazing, amazing. So I will also try to make more spaces these times as we lead up to the product, and you will all love the new upcoming website very, very much in YouTube. So you will not find it. That's it, guys. So take care of yourself. Amazing. Have a nice time. B-cube is going to the moon, and no one can stop this one. You all know that, right? It's no one can stop that one. Huge, 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 huge adoption is going to come from next month, because at 19 euros a month, giving unlimited bot access, and you can also build your own bot going forward at 19 euros. Like, there is no single company that is making it, and there is no single company that is giving build your own AI bot, which is going to completely change this space. Because in trading view, there is a hell a lot of problems. A few days ago, like one person messaged me on my email ID, and he's a big Cubian. He's having a lot of tokens himself, and he was building a lot of strategies on trading view, and he wanted to post the strategy on our platform. Somewhat it didn't happen, but now he was telling like, hey, these are the problems that I face in trading view, or you solving this one on your own platform. I had a discussion with our quants, and they said like, yes, all these problems have been addressed already. So we have like a huge opportunity to get all these people from TradingView or like from any other place on our platform, and from here they will build. And in the future, from our platform to other platforms, maybe they will need a webhook to use our strategies on their platform. So we are going to completely nail it in terms of price, in terms of quality, in terms of products, in terms of marketing. We will be the number one in every single week. And my vision is like, there should be no competition at all in what we are doing or what we are making it going forward. So this is how we are going to go. And once we get DSP registration, then it's going to be super amazing. We will nail it completely. So guys, take care of yourself and enjoy yourself. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.